All right, let's get into a reading. We're going to do new love. We're going to see what's coming in for you. Possibly what's going to be new, whether it's good, bad. What do you need to know? Courses and workshops, guys, you can find down below. Courses and workshops can be found down below. I also have readings. I have a second channel. I've got a Patreon. There is going to be someone approaching you that isn't who they seem to be. This person is going to have red flags, and you need to make sure that you see those red flags, okay? Yeah, this person, there's unrequited love with whoever this is. For some of you, this is an ex. For some of you, this is someone who reminds you of an ex, okay? So let's say that you meet someone and you're like, oh, I really like this person. There's a lot of chemistry, there's attraction. But boy, let me tell you, there's parts of you that I really don't like and that trigger the hell out of me and remind me of someone from my past. See that as a possible lesson reoccurring, okay? So let's see, new love. So some of you, you're gonna have someone on your hands that isn't who they seem to be. And if you don't see those red flags as what they are, you're gonna regret it in a few months. You're gonna be cussing me out in the comments. How dare you not tell me about this? Okay, there's an energy here of getting to know someone on a deeper level. So we've got two separate energies right off the bat. We have someone that's gonna want to get to know you on a deeper level. Could be a soulmate energy that's going to be coming in. Someone where it's like this person wants their bond to deepen with you. I want a deep bond with you. I want to get to know you on a deeper level. And you guys are going to reveal your inner selves to one another. Okay, I am seeing a separation energy. I am seeing a separation energy. So you're going to get to know someone, but then there's going to be time or distance. And it could be because someone here's not healing like they should be. So here coming up, or right this moment, you could be entertaining someone that you really like getting to know. But then there will be a separation. You know, that could be those red flags. Remember me saying that this person could have red flags, and if you don't see it, you might regret it. If you entertain someone and they still have a lot of childhood trauma, you are dating their trauma. You're not dating them. You're dating their wounds. You're dating their scars. You're dating the parts of them that are still going to get easily triggered. You picked your phone up in a certain way that an ex used to pick up their phone, and you laid it back down where the light is facing the table. You a cheater, you're hiding something. It doesn't mean that what they perceive as reality is correct. But if they still have scars and wounds, you will be dating their scars, their wounds, their trauma. So some of you, someone new coming in or someone that you're entertaining right now, you're getting to know each other. You guys will have a bond that will deepen, but then there will be time apart from one another. Whether someone's going to take a vacation, someone's got to travel for work, there will be distance. And the reason for the distance is because someone here is not healing or making their healing journey a priority like they need to. And because of that, their love life is not benefiting. It's actually being affected. This could be you. This could be the person we're bringing in. Someone here could also be very codependent on some sort of factor. This could be religion. This could be family. This could be a certain way of being perceived, a certain way that this person feels that they should show up. There is a sense of codependency. I can't go without that. If I cut that off, if I change that, if I reject that, it's like air, I can't breathe anymore. That's codependency. Codependency is thinking that you can't live without someone or something because you're so intertangled that you think if they quit breathing, you're going to quit breathing, when it's not actually reality. But again, this could be something that this person was taught growing up. Their parents taught them a certain way of showing up or thinking, and it is really affecting their love life, because instead of healing that part of them or working on that part of them or acknowledging that part of them, it is affecting the connection between you two. All of my animals are feeling very restless. Ella's digging and throwing stuff around. My dog's getting up and moving around the house. There is a sense of restlessness here. This person's feeling very restless. What are they going to want with you? So what they're going to want is they're going to end up coming in and having a conversation. I want to have a conversation about this. Can we talk about this? This person's very flirtatious. Again, soulmate energy. Yeah. But maybe there is an energy here of you needing to make yourself priority around this new love. I think what's going to happen is this person's going to show up in a way, in a form, in a fashion that you're not going to understand, or you're going to be able to see it clear as day, and you're going to know to detach yourself from it. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. You can tell someone what they need to heal or what they need to change to have a better life, but guess what? That doesn't mean that they're going to believe you. It doesn't. People have to live their own life. They have to learn their lessons on their own. This person's going to come in and discuss how they're feeling and what they're thinking with you. After a time, a momentary distance. Again, this could be something as simple as, we're getting to know each other right now. This is amazing. But here coming up, you might not see that a family member might pass. There could be something that's going to make this person have to disconnect from you. Again, career. Okay, I have to go travel for this. I signed a contract. I have to go for 3 weeks. But that separation is going to serve your guys' connection well, because I think it's going to help someone or both of you see that this relationship isn't going to benefit and thrive unless you both are willing to forgive past aspects, past things, past circumstances, past situations, past experiences. You have to let all that go. You have to forgive yourself for what you put yourself in. You have to forgive your parents for maybe the trauma or the issues that you have that come from your childhood. You need to forgive those exes who couldn't see what they had when they had it. You need to forgive those exes for just being nothing more than a bookmark for a book that wasn't even worth reading. So you kind of wasted your time, but that's okay, because it wasn't truly wasted time. Give me a little bit more. Yeah, so there is going to be movement forward. It's going to be taken very slow. I even think that this movement is going to come out of nowhere. It's like this new person's going to come in. There's going to be a lot of joy, a lot of fun, a lot of getting to know one another so the bond will deepen. But then through the separation, healing and evolving will take place. Then a conversation is going to come out of nowhere that's going to help you guys move to a place of peace in this connection. It's going to be a conversation around the things that haven't been spoken. It's going to be a conversation around the things that intuitively you both have known, you both have felt, but you haven't spoken them. You both are going to feel called or pulled to get it to a place of peace. Let's protect this. Let's savor this. Yeah, and you know what I even love with the 5 of Air coming out in the reverse? It's an energy of let's protect one another and make sure that we don't feel that the other's being vicious or malicious. There will be possibly a lack of stability or a lack of union as you guys are investing. So, you know, if your past actions would be, okay, so let's date, let's move in, let's do this, let's do that. If that's your usual behavior, this one is going to be different. You guys are going to initially not really put much pressure on it, and then you guys are going to water it. Okay, this is where we want this to go. We're not going to put pressure on it. It's kind of like going to cut a flower from a garden. If you really put a lot of pressure and strength behind pulling a flower, you could pull it so fast, so quickly, so strongly that when you pull it, your hand can go up and completely fuck the flower up. Was that your intentions? No, but you were so aggressive at going at it and getting what you want and how you want it that you can sometimes something up without knowing that you're doing it. And then once you're through it, you're like, oh, maybe I was doing a little too much. It's like neither one of you is going to do too much. I don't want to step on your toes. You don't want to step on my toes. We aren't at a place of give me what I want, give it now, give me a place to live, give me a ring on my finger, give me your last name, give me a wife because I'm searching for it. Neither one of you are going to feel that rigid, that demanding. Because I'm going to be honest with you, when you come from that energy of give this to me now, it's because you're depleted. It's because there's a lack within you and you feel that unless you get what you're wanting, you will be lack. I know plenty of people who's like, I want to be married now, I want marriage now. But then after they get married and they find the one, they quickly realize that it's not as great as what they thought it was going to be. You know why? Because they were chasing something. They were chasing a feeling. They were chasing a want. And once they got it, they realized that maybe that want isn't going to fill the void that they thought it was going to. Now, it might have for a minute. You got that dopamine hit. You had that nice little wedding. You got that person on your side. But when push comes to shove, you really see what the relationship is made of. So, again, be careful of someone coming in and wanting to get this to a place of peace. They're going to come in, they're going to tell you they want to move this on, move this forward, get it to a place of peace. And I see that their intentions are pure. But I'm also seeing that this might not last as long as you want it to, because again, this person isn't doing work on their self. This person is wanting to date, flirt, have fun, but that could be something that they're hiding from you. So again, remember me saying that neither one of you are going to want to move in or get a ring on your finger or do all of those life-changing things with one another. Like, you guys are not going to go adopt an animal with one another right off the bat. But I do think that maybe a conversation this person needs to have with you, they're not going to have. And the conversation is, I want to date, I want to flirt, I want to have fun, I want to see where this can go. In their mind, they're not dating to marry. They're not dating to share money with you, to have kids with you, to build something. They're dating to have fun. And again, as you're getting to know them, there's going to be a time of separation because someone needs to work on their family issues or some sort of issue they have within, and they're not. And because they're not doing that, they're going to separate or detach for a moment, and then they're going to come in and say, hey, I want to have a conversation. I do want to move this forward. Let's see where this can go. And you're going to start giving it, you're going to give it effort. You're going to say, okay, I'm ready. Let's see where this can go. But then you might find that it's going to end up ending quicker than you want it to, because what you want and what this person want isn't the same thing. Be the change, yeah. Be the change that you want to see. If someone is dodging conversations, if someone is saying, well, it's not a big deal, let's get to know one another, I don't really know what I want, ask yourself, is that okay? Or are you going to regret giving this person time and attention and effort? Because it's okay for you to take it slow and say, hey, I want to see where this can go. But if someone is using that as an excuse to not have a conversation with you when they know good and well they don't want long term. It's like if you start talking about building stability or having children, I feel like this person is going to clam up or go silent. Because that's not their intentions. That's not even something that's on their mind. And again, if they're not willing to heal, their love life is not going to benefit, which means every relationship they come across is going to be exactly what they want. And once that level has been accomplished and it isn't going to grow anymore, if the other person wants it to grow, they're going to dip out. So that means this person's always going to have short-term connections. and they're saying, hey, listen, if this person comes in with red flags and they're saying, hey, let's take it short, let's take it sweet, let's see where this can go, and you're okay with that, make sure that you're seeing it as that. Don't see that as this person saying, oh, well, we'll see where this can go and I'll give you everything later, because that's not what they're saying. What they're saying is, I don't want to have the conversation now. Let's see where this can go. That doesn't mean later down the road they're automatically going to ask you to be their girlfriend or their boyfriend because they just realize that they love you so much. Now, does that happen? Yes. Does it happen rare? Yes. More times than not, something happens in one person's life where their whole relationship has to shift. Someone gets pregnant, so the relationship has to shift because neither one of you has a choice. Someone loses their home. The relationship has to shift because no one has the choice. It isn't because they chose it. Is that the kind of relationship do you want? Do you want to be in a relationship with someone because they had to choose you, not because it's a choice they wanted to make? Ask yourself that, because I am seeing this person's going to come in and say, hey, I want to entertain you. I want to see where this can go. They are going to kind of slow walk it. You could end up dating this person for 6 days, 6 weeks, or 6 months, but that's about it. So what does this person want exactly? Page of AREN, the reverse. See, that's what I'm saying. I don't think that this person wants to be honest in their conversation. I don't even think that they want... This person wants what's fair for them. If this person knows that speaking the truth or speaking a message of bad news is going to crumble this foundation, they're not going to do it. So if you are entertaining someone and they know that telling you, hey, I don't want a relationship, hey, I'm just not that into you, hey, I don't see us going the long term, there's something in the back of this person's mind they don't have the guts to say to you. And what it is if I gave you the truth, it would be a message of bad news. That message of bad news would crumble our foundation. That would be justice. But then I would also be left with a lingering regret of, I should have said this sooner. I should have done this sooner. It's like this person doesn't want you to hate them, but they also don't want you to go. I don't want you to hate me. And if I'm honest with you, you probably wouldn't like me because I don't know what I want. And even if I do know what I want, it ain't that. It ain't for you to blow up my phone all night. It ain't for you to be beside me when I wake up. Like, that's this person's energy. And that's why they're telling you to be the change. Be the change that you want to see. Because you do have to look in the mirror. You can sit here all day and say, why is this person being brought to me? Why does the universe keep giving me crappy people? Why do you keep accepting them? Why do you keep entertaining them? Why do you keep thinking, well, maybe after a few weeks, a few months, they'll change, they'll show me different, they'll change their mind, they'll call me. If someone does, great. If someone doesn't, great. You have to be the change that you want to see. You can't expect people to show up in the way that you want them to show up and then play the victim because they didn't show up in that way. That's what I'm saying. I said, what does this person want? They definitely don't want you to walk away. So I'm going to be honest with you. You guys have got someone on your hands where there's a lot of flirtatious energy, but this person doesn't have the ability. This is someone who's confident, abundant. They could even like being single. But are they going to tell you, hey, listen, I like being single. I don't want to date. I just want to have fun with you. I still want to see what's out there. I'm still getting to know myself. I'm still getting over that divorce or that breakup, and I'm just kind of living my life. No, they're not going to tell you that. Why? Because they know that you would look at them and say, oh, okay, well, then we're done. Because if someone really looks at you and goes, okay, well, you're 1 of 15 this week. Let me see where I can fit you in. What would be your actual response? People don't do that for a reason. That would be a message of truth. That would be a message of bad news. And if you give someone that kind of truth and say, hey, listen, I'm dating multiple people. I'm not really sure exactly what I'm wanting. I'm still out there looking. I'm not sure if you're right for me. A lot of people would then say, oh, thanks for being so respectful. I've decided I want to take myself out of this. I wish you well. Maybe this isn't an opportunity they want to let go of. Maybe this isn't an opportunity they want to see leave. But if I'm honest with you, if I'm truthful with you, you'll leave. You'll tell me, okay, well, I'm not doing this anymore. So I'm not going to do that. I'm going to come in. I'm going to reveal something to you. I'm going to reveal my inner self to you. We're going to bond over that. We're going to separate a little bit because I don't want to be 100% honest, and I'm not healing my family issues, which is why our relationship can't benefit, which is the reason why it's going to be a short-term connection. You have got to be the change that you want to see. Yes, this person wants to get to a place of peace, but can they? Are they capable? Be careful of self-sabotaging. Be careful of giving someone the benefit of the doubt when they don't deserve it. Be careful of being so understanding when someone doesn't deserve it. I know of a lot of people who are like, well, Danielle, they didn't mean to do that. They didn't mean to cheat on you. They didn't mean to cheat on you every single month for the last 12 months. Okay. You play dumb games, you get dumb prizes. If you're going to allow yourself to sabotage and say, well, they're right. They weren't honest with me because I couldn't handle it. That's not the truth. They're not honest with you because they don't want the consequences of their honesty. They don't want the consequences of their actions. They don't want, it's kind of like someone who knows that they can't afford that $700 car payment, but they don't want to be honest with the car dealership and say, hey, I can't afford this. So they're robbing Peter to pay Paul. They're hiding their car so it don't get repoed. It doesn't matter how much you run from a message of truth or a message of bad news. It is simply that it's the truth. And the truth will come out whether you want it to or you don't. But sometimes people get hurt in that. If you don't want to tell them the truth and you don't want to be honest, that's fine. But recognize that someone might get their feelings hurt in that. And when feelings get hurt, things get a lot more complicated. So there's someone new coming in and there's a possibility for something to grow. But I think you're going to see that this person doesn't have what it takes to be honest, to have the conversations that they would need to have. There's two types of people. There's the kind of people who are emotionally immature and can't have an adult conversation, so they ghost you. They run. They don't like the date with you, so what do? They block you. They're not going to tell you that they don't like the date with you. They're going to keep you confused, and they're going to block you, and they're going to disappear. That's up. That also shows your emotional immaturity. This person is that type of person. They don't want to have conversations because it's inconvenient for me. It might be hard for me. I might not get what I want, so I'm not going to say it. But that also shows that they're not ready for a long-term commitment, because conversations that they don't want to have, they're going to have to in a commitment. Conversations that are going to be hard to have, they're going to have those conversations in a commitment. So maybe that's the reason why this person is so good on their own, why they like being on their own and thriving and vibing in that way. Because it's a comfort zone. It's a comfort zone where they don't have to be honest with anyone else or their self. Because they can pull well, it's my business how many people I'm dating. That's valid. But you wouldn't get defensive if someone asked, if you knew good and damn well, if you were honest with them. If you get defensive when someone asks you how many people are you dating or entertaining, and you pull well, it's my business. You're right. But you also know that if you're honest with that person and you told them you were out there acting like you were at the Piggly Wiggly and you had all kind of pork in front of you and you get what you want, you know good and well that pork chop would get up and walk off. It's like you want all the options. You want the choice to be yours. And that's not fair. That also shows what you lack when it comes to what someone needs in a partner. This person does lack partner aspects. And if you want this person, you can have them. But I also see in order for you to have this person, you're going to have to sabotage the parts of you that have bloomed. So you're going to have to willingly turn a blind eye to stuff that you shouldn't, stuff that you know good and damn well is a red flag. If you decide to see this person as someone in those lenses, it's because it's a choice. Because that's you sabotaging. That's you putting yourself in a position of, well, maybe they will change. Maybe they will give me truth. If someone doesn't give you closure, it's for a reason. If you ask someone out, or if you tell someone that you like them and they don't tell you yes or no, it's for a reason. Don't allow that person to have that power. Say, okay, I told you what I needed to tell you and you didn't say nothing, so sucks to suck, we done. Quit giving people your power. See that this person does have a hidden agenda, and if you want to entertain them, you can. But if you do entertain them, you're sabotaging the blooming that you've done. You're sabotaging the change. Yeah, very soon this person's going to come in and want to give and receive. They could try to give you a gift. This is going to be someone who's going to tell you it's safe to fall in my arms. It's safe. You need to know your worth. You need to know what you're worth. What do you deserve? Do you deserve what this person's giving, doing? Very soon you're going to have to decide. Do you want to continue to bloom and be the change? Or do you want to entertain this person and possibly sabotage some sort of growth and expansion that you've had? Is this person best for you? We have you need to stay optimistic, and then we have worth waiting for come out in the reverse. I would argue no. I would argue that you need to free yourself from this person. What did I say? This person's going to want to give this relationship a chance because they're attracted to you. But they could be attracted to the honeymoon stage. They could be attracted to the feeling that they feel when they're with you. They could feel very safe, very understood, very welcomed, not judged. But that unconditional love could be the reason this person is wanting to cling on to you, not be honest with you. That's not necessarily their fault. I mean, of course, if someone's giving free food at Costco, you're gonna take it if you like it. You can't get mad because someone come up and decided to take 2 when the sign says take 1. That's when you have to look at them and have the backbone to say, okay, no, it's one a person. And if you don't have the strength and the courage to tell that person no, that's your fault. That's your problem. And you can't get mad at anyone else. So divine timing is at work here. You need to stay optimistic, but I think you also need to see that someone is conveniently not telling you truths or not telling you something. You know, this could be someone who knows, simple as day, they need to look at you and say, hey, move on. I'm never going to be what you want. But they're not doing that. Why? Because I might want to come back to you. I might want to come back to you. If I tell you to move on, you'll move on. I'm leaving you over there like the little trinket you are on the shelf. I'll be back. That's jacked up. Yeah, I can't reach out. Will you make things right? Look, I can't reach out. Will you ever make things right? And I regret lying to you. Someone could have lied to you. Someone either lied to you about a baby. Someone lied to you about a good time. Someone could have been flirting or acting very immature. They could have also lied to you about that. So there's multiple things this person could have lied about. They could have a fire sign child, an Aries, Leo, Sag, that you don't know about, that they've lied about. This person could also, again, be flirting with people, being very immature, this person's on a journey of learning. But again, they might not be telling you that. They might be telling you, yeah, I know what I want, and I want to be single, and I want blah, 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 blah. But what they're not telling you is that they're not finding fulfillment in being single. They're finding fulfillment in not telling people truth and clarity, and them feeling like they're in control and they have, I almost said the last laugh. Ugh, I don't like that. Yeah, there's not things that this person isn't being completely honest with you. This person feels that they can't reach out to you or that they can't make something right. There's some sort of regret, sadness, or disappointment. There could be someone that you've recently had a fight with because this person hasn't changed. This person is going to want to come in possibly around June and try to heal something. Right now, they're not trying to heal something because they feel like they can't reach out. I'm seeing that no matter what this person, it's like even if this person reaches out in 6 months and is like, hey, I'm doing better, I want to fix this, they still have a hidden agenda. There is something in their life that lacks stability as well that will be crumbling, and that could be something that they don't want to tell you, is that something in their life is crumbling that they've been putting in time, energy, and effort into. Again, this could be a family member, this could be an ex-husband, an ex-wife, a baby mama, a baby daddy, a cousin, a sister, a brother, a friend. Someone doesn't want to tell you that they've been lying to you, and that even when they come back in around June, there's going to be things that are hidden. Something has crumbled. A foundation has crumbled, whether it's a relationship in their life, they've lost a job. And the reason all this is happening is because they're acting from a place of immaturity. They're not being honest. They're not being truthful. So if they should have been honest to a job, they didn't. So they're losing their job, but they don't want to tell you when they see you in June that they've lost their job. I am seeing that there will be a conversation that you're going to have with this person. But I'm ultimately seeing that it's not going to heal this in the way, in the form, in the fashion that I feel both of you want. Because can I make things right? I don't know if I can make things right. That's what I'm getting. And in order for someone to make something right, they have to be honest with themselves. They have to be true. Here's the thing. You can't go and tell someone the truth if you can't even be honest with yourself. Someone here's got to get to a place where they're willing to be honest with themselves. And it's around a foundation crumbling. It's like instead of someone looking at themselves and saying, what am I doing wrong? They're too busy going, well, you're not letting me be the parent I want to be, so it's your fault. You're not letting me be the husband or the wife that I want to be, so it's your fault. Instead of looking at themselves and going, okay, why do I feel that I'm getting critiqued as a parent or as a husband or a wife? It isn't because you're trying to piss me off, trigger me, and make me mad. It's because there's something I need to learn. But someone here is not doing that. They're going to try to come in and make something fair. But I don't necessarily see it working out. Because again, this person isn't healing. They're not doing their shadow work. So you could have a new lover coming in, but also a family member, a friend, a baby mama, baby daddy, ex-husband, whatever. Someone that's also in that energy. An energy of, it's never my fault. It's always everybody else's. Every relationship failed because of them. It's never me. That she's a crazy bitch. He's an asshole and he's controlling. It's never them. That's who this family member is. That's who this friend is. That's who this lover, past lover, whatever is. A foundation is going to be crumbling in their life though. And they could want to make something right with you. But they also feel that they can't gain the information that they need. Again, it has everything to do with this person not willing to be honest with themselves. You can't make things right if you're not going to be honest with yourself. It's kind of like those toxic parents or toxic family members. They can't make things right if they don't see anything wrong with their behavior. So be aware of that. Someone could be having a foundation crumbling in their life. They could be getting left by their spouse. They could be losing their job. And again, this could be tied to you. It could be a cousin, could be a best friend, could be a baby daddy, baby mama, where you're like, damn, you're going through the ringer. But the only reason they're going through the ringer is because there's something that they need to work on and they're not. They're ignoring it. They're running from it. Somebody's name could be Polly. Very soon, you're going to have to, this person could be texting you or reaching out to you, and you're going to have to decide if you want to have a conversation with this person. This person could regret something that they've done. This could be a family member, a friend. This could be someone who, again, who's getting, their life is about to crumble, and they're going to want to have a conversation with you. They are going to acknowledge that they sabotaged something and they regret that. But I don't see this person having stability. So this is an unstable friend. This is an unstable partner. This is that family member who's always playing the victim but doesn't want to look at the fact that they are the reason they're in the situations that they are. They're going to come towards you and tell you that they're sorry and that they're sorry that they sabotaged something. But they're going to tell you they also want to get to a place of peace. But what you're not seeing is that this person can only water flowers for like 7 days, 7 weeks. There's no long-term stability or no long-term foundation ever built because this person lacks stability. And they lack, again, the ability to be honest with themselves. If you can't call yourself out, who can? So know that as well. That could just be a side note. Okay, I need to quit with these long readings. I got to go, guys. Have a blessed day.